like eating duck, but I also really like ducks. You know, this is one of those ones that walks the line for me.
Hi, I'm Saúl. I'm a professional chef, and these are my $272 Huevos Rancheros ingredients.
Hi, I'm Emily. I'm a home cook, and these are my $18 Huevos Rancheros ingredients.
There you go, my dreams.
Goodbye, my friends. I'll always love you.
Sometimes life is not fair.
Oh, what is that?
So I was planning on making Huevos Rancheros with crispy duck carnitas and refried mayacoba beans.
Is that a duck?
I had a whole Rohan duck to break down and use all the parts.
I think it's a duck.
I was gonna make duck carnitas
Chef Saúl, you saucy minx.
with blood orange, a Mexican Coca-Cola,
Coca-Cola for breakfast? Okay.
and a ton of herbs and spices. I was also gonna make my own stock to refry mayacoba beans
I'm gonna be here all week.
with dry avocado leaves and fresh epazote. I had corn tortilla for duck fat tostadas,
Not making my own tortillas. Another beautiful day.
heirloom tomatoes for a fresh ranchero salsa,
Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him well.
and some fresh eggs for poaching. Emily, if you screw this up, it's okay. People make mistakes. With Emily's recipe, I have simpler ingredients, stuff you might find in your pantry or your local store. But with a little technique and a lot of corazon, we can make them even better. If I have to guess, this will all cost $21.75. So close, like always, so close.
I would say that this would all cost $325. Nards. I have Chef Saúl's recipe book, and here is what I'll be making today. This looks like a great breakfast, which I will look forward to having in approximately 2 days.
We're taking Huevos Rancheros to the next level.
This is going to be quacktacular. No, spectacular. That's the one.
We're gonna start with breaking down the duck.
I have broken chickens down before. I have never done a duck.
The bones are longer, but it's basically the same technique. You're gonna cut between the thigh and the leg.
There's a lot of fat and skin to like wade through here, you know?
Grab the thigh, you're gonna pop out that bone attached to the hip, and then you're gonna cut through it.
Okay, could that have gone better? Sure. Is it terrible? No. One leg down?
So you're gonna do that twice.
Let's butcher this duck.
You're gonna keep the bones on that, because we're gonna cook the bones into the carnitas.
I'm now going to remove the duck breast.
Make sure the knife touches the bone all the time. You kind of just slice little by little. Be gentle.
One down, one more to go. Oh, look, a little duck tender. Chef snack.
And then after that, you remove the other breast.
I feel like I did a really good job on this one. Onward. Breaking this down into soup bits. I have my legs and thighs and breasts for my carnitas, and then I have my wings and carcass for my stock.
Emily, she was gonna make a very simple Huevos Rancheros.
Take a tostada, put a cheesy fried egg on top, maybe some pico de gallo and black beans out of a can. Call that breakfast.
I'm gonna be making cheesy tostadas and egg crepe Huevos Rancheros with egg drop ranchero sauce.
Beans, cheese, and chips, baby.
First of all, I'm gonna be making my own crepe. Basically, just a thin slice of egg tortilla. Low heat, neutral oil. I'm going to heat up my non-stick pan, and when that's happening, we're gonna whip some eggs. I'm not adding salt, I'm not adding pepper, because the other ingredients are gonna be very nice seasoning, nice and fluffy.
Next up, I need to make my carnitas. I'm gonna start heating up my pan, and I'm going to give my duck fat a little stir. I'm gonna put some in there. While I wait for that to get hot, I'm just going to season my duck. We'll just do salt for now. The pepper will come, don't worry. I love pepper.
You're gonna add the pieces of duck one by one.
Oh yeah, it's looking pretty good. Woo, sorry. All right, I'm gonna pull these off. Now I'm going to start my duck breast. Skin side first. Render it out a little. Give her the old flipperoni, bing bang boom. We're on our way to Carnitas Town. And I'm gonna add in my little duck tenderloin now.
So when you have a beautiful golden color around all your duck pieces, you're gonna lower the heat,
I'm gonna move this over and add the rest of my duck back into the pan.
and you're gonna add some onion, cinnamon sticks,
Immediately the cinnamon hit and it smelled good.
garlic, bay leaf, cumin, oregano, salt,
Lots of salt.
pepper.
Distribute the spices a little.
And you're gonna add some blood oranges. It's going to add some acidity and sweetness to your dish.
Grrr. Ha!
And then you're gonna drop the entire half of blood orange.
Smells good.
We're also gonna add some Coca-Cola. Mexican Coca-Cola has pure sugar cane, so it caramelizes perfect with any kind of meat.
Got this simmering. I've got my lid on.
Turn off your heat, you're gonna cover it, and you're gonna put it in the oven at 350 for like 2.5 to 3 hours, and you're gonna have the most beautiful, tender, rich duck carnitas you ever see in your whole life.
Oh, she looks good.
How do you know your carnitas are done? By making sure the meat falls out of the bone. When you have that, you're gonna remove all the meat out of the oil and make sure it gets a little cold, and then you're gonna shred it.
This is pork tender.
Make sure you leave some of that skin. It keeps the meat a little moist without being too dry. And also, duck skin, just like chicken skin, tastes delicious.
This is shredded, I just have to sear it and make it crispy. I'm gonna skim the fat off of this beautiful duck braising liquid and make that the fat that I use to crisp up my duck. Call me Captain Crispy, because this is some crispy duck.
So this crepe is going to be one layer of so many other layers. So you can see the oil moving, that's hot. And then you're gonna do the same thing that you do to a crepe. Just move it around. When you start to see no runny eggs, that means it's ready to be flipped. That's it. Second crepe, one more egg. And the last one. And here's my egg crepe or my huevos rancheros.
Next, I have to roast my bones for the duck stock.
Bake it at 350 for 30 to 40 minutes. By roasting your duck bones, basically you're gonna make your stock richer. It's gonna have better color, better taste.
I have my roasted duck bones, which I just took out of the oven, and now I'm going to add
White onion, carrots, celery, and some peppercorns. Some apple cider vinegar, garlic, fresh thyme, some bay leaves.
salt, pepper, and lots of water. Bring it up to a boil, down to a simmer, wait forever, goodbye. All right, this has been simmering for a whopping 6 hours.
The color will change to more golden brown, and once you remove all the impurities, it's gonna be nice and clear.
And I'm ready to strain my stock. But are you ready?
We're gonna remove all the bones, all the aromatics.
This stock looks good.
So I got some Canadian bacon. I'm going to bake it so it will become crispy. I'm gonna do a little bit of neutral oil, put this paper right here. I'm gonna put this tray on top, put some pressure so it will speed the cooking and processing, and also it will make it nice and flat. So I'm gonna bake this at 350 for 20 minutes. Looks good, looks crispy enough without being too dry. This will be great on my huevos rancheros.
On to the beans.
So I have some black beans in a can. I'm gonna be using these beans to make refried beans. So I'm gonna put some love into these beans. Don't worry, I'll take care of you.
My beans have been soaking.
Turn this thing on.
Classic first step.
Strain all the beans. I'm going to rinse this to get rid of all the gaminess from the liquid. You're gonna add some water.
Put some duck fat in here.
We're gonna add some aromatics, onion, cilantro stamps, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of salt.
Garlic. I love a recipe where I just put things in whole. Epizote. Can I taste it? It's not poisonous. Raw, right? Ooh, mint meets lemon. Avocado leaves I'm not gonna eat because they're dried. Anyway, I'm gonna give that a stir.
And we're gonna cook with our duck stock. It's gonna add the beautiful richness of duck into the beans. So now I'm gonna let this sit for 10-15 minutes. Our beans looking great. The onion looks like I got rid of all the flavors and pass it into the black beans. Same thing with the cilantro. And now I'm gonna get ready to refry my beans.
I'm going to bring these up to a boil, then let them simmer until they are tender and beautiful. And then I'm gonna cook them again. I'm gonna refry them. It's not over, baby.
Okay, let's start refrying my beans.
Got my beans, they've been cooking away. It's time to refry them. It's easy enough. I'm just gonna pull out all the things that will become crunchy or chewy if they were inside of our beans.
I'm gonna start with a little bit of neutral oil. I wish I had some duck lard, right?
Duck fat, baby. It's all about the duck fat.
We're gonna throw some diced onions, some smoke, it's okay. I'm gonna throw some salt. It's gonna make them sweat.
I'm adding some garlic.
We lower the heat, we keep eye on this, and we wait. We're gonna cook that until you have caramelized onions. So I'm going to remove the sad onion, the sad cilantro. They're actually really happy because they did their job.
I'm taking out these beautiful roasted garlics.
And then you're gonna throw some of the beans with plenty of liquid without being too liquidy. Now I'm going to smash them.
You might be wondering if I'm gonna show these beans who's boss, and the answer is yes. I have a masher. If I'd seen this earlier, it might have been a little faster.
It has to be really rich, bean paste, full of flavor. And just keep cooking this. 8 minutes, 10 minutes.
And there you have it. refried beans. I'm going to begin my salsa. I'm going to boil some tomatoes, jalapenos, onion, and garlic.
We're using those heirloom tomatoes. They're beautiful tomatoes. They're full of tomato flavor. You have some jalapenos, some onion, some garlic.
And then I'm gonna let this boil for like 8 minutes until they're pretty soft.
So I got some pico de gallo. This is store-bought, which I don't encourage people to do it. You should chop your own vegetables and make your own pico de gallo. You save money and you have delicious food. I'm gonna be making 2 sauces out of that pico de gallo. The first one is going to be a roasted tomato salsa ranchera. Let's remove all the liquid out of this pico de gallo because we're gonna roast our tomatoes. I'm gonna do a little bit of neutral oil. This pico de gallo is actually pretty good. It has onions, it looks like it has cilantro, but we're gonna make it even better. I'm gonna throw some jalapenos in here because everything tastes better with spicy. So I'm just gonna do half onion. I want this kind of cook almost at the same time as the tomatoes. So I have to have the same kind of thickness of the tomato, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take this and I'm going to broil it for like 10-15 minutes until I have a beautiful caramelized char color. This is going to be the first step for my next sauce.
This is looking what I can only describe as boiled.
Once you see the skin of the tomato kind of start breaking apart, that's when you know your tomatoes are ready.
I'm gonna cut the heat and pull these out.
My tomatoes, onions, and jalapenos are ready. It's time to make some roasted salsa ranchera. I know this might look dry, but guess what? That was the whole point. It's gonna make this salsa richer with more flavor. I normally tell you not to put all the jalapenos because you don't know how hot it is, but I know it's not gonna be hot, so.
Let's begin the salsification of our boiled mix.
Once you put it in a blender, we are going to add some chicken bouillon.
Taking 1 cube.
Come to life with a little of the juice from the pico de gallo. Throw some cilantro to add a little bit of freshness, some sal, and a little bit of neutral oil.
All right, I am ready to rock and also to roll.
Salsa martajada is basically smashed roasted tomato salsa. Processed on the molcajete, not on a blender or on your food processor. Before we move on, I'm going to try it. And the level of heat, it's there, it's kicking. And it's telling you, wake up, you're eating the best huevos rancheros of your life.
Salsa. Oh, it's good. You might be thinking to yourself, Emily, it looks like salsa. You say it tastes good. This is done, right? No, it isn't.
You're gonna get a pot. You're gonna throw some dark fat from your carnitas. We're gonna caramelize some julienne onions. You're gonna dump the sauce in it. So we added more dark flavor to our salsa. And then you're gonna simmer it for like probably 10 minutes, no more than that. We're gonna a semi-fresh salsa without being too cooked.
All right, this salsa's been cooking for a bit. I think the consistency looks right. We're done. Time to fry my tortillas.
We're gonna take some of that duck fat.
There's a lot of duck fat in this recipe.
We're gonna heat it up and we're gonna just fry those tostadas until they're nice gold and crispy.
You know how it goes. We're gonna fry them on one side. We're gonna flip them. We're gonna fry them on the other side. Maybe we'll flip them back. I don't know. We'll see. I think this guy's crunchy and ready. And give him a little salt. Pull this guy out. Welcome to the world. You're now crunchy and everybody loves you. Let's do that again. I have 4 tostadas fried here and I think that's enough.
I typically, we use a soft tortilla. In this case, I got some tostadas, but I'm gonna add something special. I'm gonna do the cheese trick on the tostada. And for those who are not familiar with my cheese trick, it's basically a fried cheese. All right, so I'm grabbing some Mexican style cheese. Not one of my favorite cheese, but I have no option. I do not know why they call it Mexican. Because the only Mexican thing right here, it's me. You wanna sprinkle some queso, split evenly, and let it melt. Low and slow. Patience and faith. And we're gonna grab ourselves a tostada, so I see a lot of bubbles. That means this cheese is telling me, Chef, I'm ready for the tostada. You press, press, press. You're gonna grab it from the bottom, and then you're gonna flip it. Voila. Once again, and there we go. Perfecto. One tostada with fried cheese for my huevos rancheros.
If you want huevos rancheros, you gotta have huevos, baby.
We typically use sunny side up eggs, but in this case, we elevate in this dish, right? So we're gonna do poached eggs. When you have boiling water, you're gonna lower your heat. Make sure it's not boiling anymore, but it's really hot. You're gonna throw a little bit of white vinegar.
It cures the outside just a little bit to hold it together better.
And then you're gonna make a little tornado.
If I mess it up, there's 4 more eggs.
Once you make that little tornado, you're gonna drop an egg, one by one, cook it for 3 minutes.
And here we have it, 2 poached eggs. They said I couldn't do it.
Sauce número 2, egg drop, huevo ranchero sauce. The special thing about this sauce that is gonna have eggs in the sauce. All right, so I'm gonna start with some neutral oil. We are gonna add some onion, and I'm adding salt that will help sweat the onions. Take some of the liquid out of this pico de gallo. I'm gonna add some juice, and I'm gonna add a little bit of tomato, just to have some little texture, and a little bit of water. I'm gonna mix. Simmer this for maybe 2 or 3 minutes. And in the meantime, I'm gonna mix some eggs. So I'm gonna do some chopped cilantro, Canadian bacon, and I'm gonna do just a little bit of queso. Black pepper, mix it. So now the most important part of this salsa, the egg drop soup technique. You shut it off. If you add the egg when it's boiling, the egg is gonna break. And now you're gonna do this. You make little strings. You cover it, let the egg come together, cook, time to assemble.
All right, it is time to plate. I think that first, we're gonna want the tostadas. Next, head to Beansville. Duck. Salsa. We don't wanna put it all over the duck because we wanna keep the crisp. Yes, and then our eggs, yes. Let's get some avocado going. This is the queso fresco, and I'm just gonna make sure there's a lot of it. Radish. You're radishing, baby. Some cilantro macha, and some sorrel.
It adds a little bit of acidity, but also it will make this plate look beautiful.
And this is my take on Chef Saúl's Huevos Rancheros.
It's time to put all these layers together. So I'm gonna do just slices of avocado. This is 1 layer, 2nd layer. So crispy con tostada with the cheese trick. I'm gonna add some refried beans in a crepe. Jamon. I'm gonna put the other one here. Our roasted ranchero salsa. Now, 2nd tostada, the frijoles. Now, let's do the egg. Let's do the jamon. Let's do the avocado. And since this is gonna be the face, we're gonna do drops of salsa. And now, the egg drop ranchero salsa. I make it more watery because the tostada is dry. The cheese is dry. The coronación. Oh, it looks so pretty. Oh, wait, there is more. Bunch of cilantro. Oh, wait, there is more. Running from the egg yolk on top makes huevos rancheros the best huevos rancheros. And here's my cheesy tostada egg crepe huevos rancheros with egg drop ranchero sauce. Emily, hope you like this. And if you don't worry, I'll eat it.
Hey, how's it going? Nice to see
Good to see you.
This was really fun.
I like the smell of the kitchen right now.
I'm really excited to see what you did.
Oh.
Whoa!
See, this is what I mean when I said Emily, she's ready to be a pro.
Get out of here.
Look at this. This looks like I did it. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Oh.
I worked really hard. You want to try it?
Yes, I want to try it.
Me too, good. Yay!
I want to try this one first. I'm the luckiest chef ever. The meat is so tender. It looks beautiful. It tastes really good. I just wish I had a michelada because, it's a breakfast thing. A Mexican Bloody Mary will be nice.
Should have put it in the recipe.
I know, I always forget. Let's try my dish. And this is what I call a huevos rancheros heart attack. It's layers of pure amor. So you see all these layers? This is what I love. Seeing what I'm about to eat.
Yeah, that's beautiful. It's like a sandwich for a king.
Huevos rancheros pastel.
Like really great. It is like tangy and crunchy and soft and chewy, and like the layers really make it like all of the flavors and all of the textures in one bite every time. A spectacular day.
Quack quack.